Hello, I'm Mrs. J, and welcome to my math class. Today we're going to talk about measuring. Last class we did a story problem where they measured a person across a bridge, and I thought if I recorded an example it'd be a little easier to understand it. So I am going to measure this chalkboard. First we'll use regular measurements. Hopefully it will stay here. And so this chalkboard is 6 feet. But you don't have to always measure in units. You could measure, your handprint is about, well, at least mine is 6 inches. My thumbprint's about 1 inch. But you can also use different measurements. I could measure how many rackets the chalkboard is. So if I start on the end, 1, go to the next one and mark it, 2, and then go to the end, and notice we are about 2.5 rackets long. So the chalkboard is 2.5 or 2.5 tennis rackets. Or we could, if we measure, we know this chalkboard's 6 foot. If we measure how many of these go across it, we could find the height of this without measuring it. So we'll find out how many tennis trophies long it is. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. Or we can use something smaller, like tennis balls. I used 2 so that way I can measure this way. It'll be a little quicker, hopefully. But for tennis balls, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. Down a little. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26 and a half tennis balls. Everything was a half. So it's just another way of measuring things. Now, if we wanted to see how many feet that tennis racket was then, we know the chalkboard is 6 feet. So we know 6 feet equals 2.5 rackets. If we want to find out how long the racket is, we could divide by the 2.5. Now, you could use your calculator if you wanted and divide them. Six divided by 2.5, you'll get 2.4. So the racket is 2.4 feet long. Trophy. Maybe instead of feet, we want to find out how many inches the trophy is. Well, then you might want to convert 6 feet first to inches, if we want to find it in inches. We need to make a little more space. Here, we'll do it right here. We know that 1 foot is 12 inches. And I put feet on the bottom so that the feet cancel. 6 times 12 is 72 inches. So the chalkboard is not only 6 feet long, it's 72 inches long. So if we want to find the trophy in inches, we use the 72. If we want to try to find the trophy in feet, we use the feet. So I want to find it in inches. I know that the board was 72 inches and it took 4.5 trophies. So to find the length of the trophy, since we're multiplying by 4.5, we would divide by it. And we take our 72, divided by 4.5, and we get 16. So the trophy is 16 inches tall. The last one, tennis balls, those are pretty small. It's probably 2, maybe 3 inches long. But instead of inches, why don't we find it in centimeters? We know that 1 inch is 2.54 or 2.5 approximately centimeters. So if we take the 72 inches, we know that 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. So that will give us the number of centimeters. I put the inches in the bottom so that inches cancel and leave centimeters. And we take 72 times 2.5 and we get 180. So that means my chalkboard is not only 6 feet or 72 inches, it's 180 centimeters. So if I want to find the length of a tennis ball in centimeters, I use this one. If I want inches, I would use this one. Feet wouldn't make sense because the tennis ball is too small. So for centimeters, make a little bit of room right here. We know our tennis balls were 26.5. I guess I could put that. So 180 centimeters is the same as 26.5 tennis balls. If we want to then solve for tennis ball, I divide by the 26.5. So you take 180 divided by the 26.5, and we get 6.79, or I'm just going to round that to 7. So a tennis ball is 7 centimeters. Try and say that fast. So it's approximately 7 centimeters. So there are different ways of measuring, and that's what they were doing in that one problem that you had for homework this past week. You will be doing a lab on this. That's it for today. Thank you. I almost said ask if you have any questions, but there's no one here.